Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. It's Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the general collective weekend vibe reading. This is just, it's for any zodiac sign. It's not specific to anyone, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm starting out with my spirit animal oracle. They were calling out to me, so I guess the animals have something to say. So we're going to jump right in and see. I also will be using the Celtic Tarot and the Wisdom of the Oracle for the guidance or advice. As I am recording this, the moon has now moved into Scorpio, and you guys know we just had that Libra full moon. And it's crazy, like the song that I was hearing before I started the reading was Ashanti's The Way That I Love You. So I looked up, her chart, and she's actually a Libra sun. So I don't know if that song is significant to someone, if it has anything to do with the reading, but that's what, the song that, I heard as I was getting ready and setting up my camera, and it was the part of the song they kept giving me was after all of this time that we tried, I found out we were living a lie, and after all of the love that we made, I realized you don't love me the same the way that I love you. And it could be an unrequited love situation for someone out there, because that's really what the song is about. But, take that as it resonates. Like I said, it may have nothing to do with this reading, but we'll see. So let's see what messages we need as it pertains to the energy surrounding the collective for this weekend. Sun is still in Aries. Mercury, Venus, and Uranus are still in Taurus. Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. Mars in Cancer. And Pluto is in Aquarius. And we still have, the nodes Scorpio, Taurus, Chiron in Aries. And, let's see what is coming through. Last one. Bottom of the deck we have, the Elephant Spirit, which says learn from the past. This almost makes me feel like I don't know why, it like the elephant is traditionally like earth energy, but I'm like, I don't know why I'm feeling like the chariot energy. Like someone, ready to, like charge forward. But with learn from the past and time to heal, it makes me feel like, like literally with the snake spirit here, like it's time for you to shed. It's time for you to shed. It almost feels like I feel like, how can I explain what I'm feeling? Like being put in a box and like just very confined energy with both of these cards here. And it feels like, it's time for you, or, you guys know how it goes, but it feels like the energy here is saying like it's time to shed. It's time to like expand. And as I say expand, we have the dove spirit, be peace. For some of you, it's like you need to be in a space or a place, or this could even be like with a person where you can be free and be at peace. Like these cards, like, tarot can sometimes be either very literal or very cryptic. This feels like, this is very literal because it's with Wombat Spirit. Yes, it says be at home. Like, that makes me feel like wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, like it doesn't feel like, almost like, and that's probably why I'm feeling that Cancer energy, because home, peace, you know, like a sense of care is needed, and it's like it's almost not where you're at. Further, um, you know, to further emphasize it, we have the Grasshopper Spirit, which is like the Emperor energy, and the Fool energy to me, and it says take a leap of faith. And for some of you, it could be towards this Deer Spirit, but it says bring a gentle touch, and that's what I feel like. It's like whatever situation you're in, it's kind of like it's rigid, it's confining, I feel like suffocated. But let's see what comes out. What's the overall energy as it pertains to the collective for this weekend? What's the overall energy, Spirit? It's been a while since I used this deck, because my other animal deck, that one always screams like, pick me, pick me. Listen, claim your independence with the Cat Spirit. 13, I was immediately drawn to the 13, which is like the death card, change and transformation, and it's Scorpio energy, and the moon is in Scorpio right now. Let's get another one. But that almost makes me feel like the death card and the 9 of Pentacles. Any other messages we need for this weekend? Then we have let spirit be your guide with Hawk Spirit. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Coyote Spirit, trust and divine detours. This almost makes me feel like someone may have veered off course. I hate what I'm feeling right now, because with that Chariot and energy, it could sometimes represent a car and then veering off course. Like, be careful driving. I want to say that, be careful driving. I get one more. The 32 breaks down to a 5. And also, this 13 breaks down to a 4. But 5, means, changes. And the 4, represents, stability. It could represent home, or you may need to check your houses. Oh, come on, Spirit. Then we have Bat Spirit with a rebirth is assured. Another 5. So, then the bottom of the deck we have the Flamingo Spirit, which says embrace the in-between. Yeah. Like, I feel like someone, especially like they're still drawing me to that trust and divine detours. Like, you went one way and, it's really not, or it turned out to be, something that maybe it wasn't. But it's like with this, yes, oh my God, Spirit, thank you, because this is crazy. It's like I don't even have to say anything. You don't even have to say much. But with the Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in-between, and the Moth Spirit, surrender now, it's almost like just, let Spirit be your guide. Don't try to fight this change, this transition. For some of you, it's like a move, whatever it is. Don't resist it. Like, just embrace where you are. learn from the past so that you can, focus on the future. That's what it makes me feel like. Because then we have the wasp spirit with sometimes life stings. And, all you can do is learn, from the things that, have happened to you that may even currently be happening to you. And if you feel like you need to go in a different direction, or you feel like I almost feel like a pull, like spirit is pulling someone and they're almost trying to resist it. And if you stop resisting, you won't be pulled, because it feels like that pull will turn into a drag if you keep resisting. Because then the bottom of the deck we have, listen, look at, cannot make this shit up. Koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. Come on now. Come on, man. So let's see what the tarot has to say. I haven't used this deck in a while either. But it was one of the first decks that I bought when I first started doing tarot. So it's a little worn down, but it is still one of my favorite decks. So let's see what messages we need of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection as it pertains to the energy for this weekend. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups, which, is a card of, walking away from something that doesn't emotionally serve you. It's, being led onto your spiritual path. It's also an energy of that. It's drawing me to this eclipse in the background, which will be, the next eclipse is going to be the new moon solar eclipse in Aries. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, here's that Nine of Pentacles, and then we have the Seven of Cups. This makes me feel like, if this is just, all you, or, just resonating as one energy, because I'm feeling it a different kind of ways, a few different kind of ways, excuse me. It makes me feel like it's time for someone to, like, very plainly start investing in themselves. Make a commitment to invest in yourself as this Nine of Pentacles. Now, if this is resonating, and it involves another person or a place or a thing, it makes me feel like, someone was holding on to something emotionally, like emotional baggage that, it's almost like with the Knight of Pentacles, yes, it is the slowest knight in the deck, and, it represents, it could represent, how can I say it? Like the Knight of Pentacles, he's very, diligent, dedicated. He takes his time. He's not in a rush. But it almost feels like the emotions that they were, or you were holding on to, were like keeping them stagnated, like that constricted, confined energy that I was feeling. And now it's like someone is like almost ready to like work with you, because the Knight of Pentacles plus the Seven of Pentacles is the Eight of Pentacles, which represents, diligence, hard work, physically. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, so that's why I feel like someone is wanting to invest in you. But with the Seven of Cups here, it makes me feel like emotionally they're still, it almost feels like like an emotional indecisiveness. But then we have the Hermit, and oh my god, I love this deck because there's one cup there that has a rose in it. All of the other ones, are, empty. Not to say that there's not water in them, but it almost makes me feel like spirit is trying to show you which way to go. For some of you, it's choosing, self-love, and for others of you, it's, a person that's going to bring you to this 10 of cups. But that it's an Ace of Cups. Now, either that's coming towards you, or you need to choose that for yourself. That's from the 8 to the 7 is the Ace as well. So let's see. What's going on, Spirit? What messages do we need as it pertains to the energy for this weekend? Five of Cups, which is a feeling of, regret. I don't know what's going on with my speech. Regret, remorse, crying over spilled milk. It's also like emotionally being, like, I don't want to say emotionally disconnected, but like having like, what is the word? It really is like, really like, the only way I can say it is like having an emotional pity party. Then we have the Six of Swords. What else do we need? Then we have the Lovers. They're really drawing me to this let spirit be your guide and the Six of Swords. It's almost like for some of you, like, oh, I never noticed this. Whoever's in this Five of Cups, like the same person in this Five of Cups is who's in the Six of Swords. I never noticed that before. And it's almost like for some of you, this is like, I'm getting like your inner child trying to guide you to, more calmer waters, because that's what the Six of Swords is. It's trying to, get you over these rough, rocky, choppy waters to something more calm. And it's leading you to the sun. And it almost feels like your inner child knows the truth, but it's like your adult self. Oh, I've never felt it like this before. but I like the way it's coming through. Your feminine energy could be, hurt or wounded because she has the Three of Swords behind her back, but it's aware with the Two of Swords. Like, the Two of Swords is normally an energy of, not wanting to look at something, feeling emotionally confused, needing to, make a decision between two things. But with the Page of Swords coming through as like the inner child energy I'm feeling, it's your inner child is guiding you and telling you where to go, which way to go. You just need to surrender to the process and allow, like, your inner child is really like spirit. That's how, spirit works with you. And it's trying to lead you to a place of, balance within your masculine and feminine. But it's almost like your masculine and feminine, or your masculine energy is emotionally wounded, and your feminine energy could have been, physically, wounded, or went through some type of hurt, heartache, breakup, whatever the situation may be. And like, because we all have the masculine and the feminine energy within us, so it's trying to get that back into alignment with you. And like I said, for some of you, this could be, a person that needs to surrender in a situation, and, then, like, because the Six of Swords leaves behind the Five of Swords. And it's like, for this lover's energy, in order for you guys to, like, I almost feel like if it's relating to another person, a relationship is like being resurrected in a way. I get less cards. Ooh. What other messages do we need as it pertains to the collective and the energy for this weekend? We have the Eight of Pentacles. Let me get the rest of the cards. Less cards, please, Spirit. Oh, less cards. There's that Eight of Cups again. Now we have two eights out here. One more. Oh, the King of Wands, that masculine energy coming through. Yeah, it's almost like there's a Three of Cups here between the Five and the Eight, but that Three of Cups is now spilled over. However that Three of Cups resonates for you, it could be, it's normally looked at as like, emotionally celebrating. It could be an energy of like, reconciliation, or, just a situation that, was emotionally fulfilling to you at one time, but it no longer is. And it's like, it's almost like you've tried to, work it out with the Eight of Pentacles here. But it's almost like there's an energy of like no longer being able to give to this situation emotionally anymore. And once you're emotionally, no longer invested, I mean, your body is gonna, do the same. You start to, see things in a different perspective, and, where the mind goes, the body goes. And for some of you, this is a masculine energy that is looking back over this. And like, again, I'm still being drawn to that learn from the past, the elephant card. I may read that for you guys because they keep showing it to me. And this is something that, possibly whether you're male or female, a masculine energy has been through before. But it's like now they're being guided to go towards something that is just either just more balanced for them internally or externally, however it resonates. Yep. Bottom of the deck is the Tower. So there could have been it's sudden upheaval. It could be, sudden, epiphany or insight. And with the Page of Pentacles behind it, it's almost like, it's the Page of Pentacles is normally looked at as like a new perspective. But in this deck, it's almost like the way I'm feeling the energy is like, you gotta you have to realize someone is like realizing their worth. And it's, the Ace of Pentacles. Like, you are a gift. You are a blessing. You are valuable is what it makes me want to say. Because maybe you're in a situation where you weren't valued. Like, the Eight of Pentacles in this deck shows, like, the masculine energy, is the one putting in all the work. And you could, have been in a situation with, like, a dominating feminine. Energy, if it's resonating for you that way, if this is all you, it's kind of like, how can I say it? Like, your feminine energy was just very, like, again, I just feel hurt. It was holding on to so much wounding. But that's maybe like the energy that, you felt safe showing up as. But then when we get here to the Six of Swords, especially, like, I'm even noticing how her head is lit up. It's like now your feminine intuition is like what's guiding this. Only word I can use is this transformation, because it is. And it's someone realizing like, hey, I'm valuable too. And sometimes, maybe this person, if you were in a situation with someone, they didn't see your value. Let me see. What's this Eight of Pentacles? What is this Eight of Pentacles? Yeah, the High Priestess. Which is, that, like, it almost makes me feel like what I just said, like, that transition, your intuition started to, like, come alive, or at least you started to trust it. But the High Priestess is also, someone that has an inner knowing. So if you were with a feminine energy, or you're in a situation with a feminine energy, they're very aware of what they're doing. And it's almost like this depiction of the High Priestess makes me feel like it's for control. But it's like for some of you, you were just, I almost feel like give me one more, because I don't like the way I'm feeling this High Priestess. But it feels like, someone was doing something consciously. Or maybe you felt like, this was what you were supposed to do. Like, just put your head down and just work or whatever. Yeah. But again, now we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Shields. yeah, it's almost like through whatever situation this Eight of Pentacles is for you, because this doesn't have to be romantic. This could be like an overbearing boss, or, a situation that you're going through with, in whatever situation is resonating for you. But it's almost like your intuition was like trying to tell you, like, hey, you are, like, you're doing all this. Because the Eight of Pentacles is a lot of physical work. And it's like you're not looking at your own value. You weren't valuing, if this is a situation that was all you weren't valuing your feminine energy, which is, it's intuition, it's the water, it's the emotion. Maybe, you were looking at it from like a physical perspective, but your intuition, was trying to tell you, like, yeah, it's cool. Like it makes me want to say it's not, it's what's in you, not on you. So some of you could have just been trying to, work hard for an appearance, which would be, whether male or female, using your masculine energy to display your feminine energy. And your intuition was like, no, you have to, it's the like the other way around. And I say that because we have the world here. But tell me about this King of Wands. Yeah, the Five of Wands, which is like internal conflict. It could be external as well, but it's like through this, whatever you're feeling internally, it's bringing you clarity as this King of Swords. Let me get one more. Confirmation, double confirmation at that. Look, man, listen. Come on now. This is like almost an energy of facing, like, or a need to face this Three of Swords, whatever it is. Like, it's almost like transmuting, your pain. Realizing, like, you have to heal. Because after the Three of Swords is the Four of Swords. There is a recognition, like, of what you've been through or what you've been involving yourself in, and it's just leaving you, like, emotionally and physically, like, spent. Yeah. But some of you, you try, like, with this energy, it's like you tried to, commit or invest, but this is also a card of, stagnation. It wasn't growing. It wasn't progressing, I'll say. So let's get one for the lovers, and then we'll grab the guidance or advice. Because no matter what the situation is, that's where you're headed. Whether this is internal balance within you, or it's a balance, or even, like I said, I felt for some of you a reconciliation with another person, or a coming together. It doesn't have to be a reconciliation, but that's how I'm feeling it. Like aligning with someone that is of the same, caliber as you. The lovers. Tell me about the lovers. The lovers. Yeah, we have the Seven of Swords. For some of you, you don't trust where you're being headed. It's almost like, but Spirit is like, come this way. This is that energy. Like, you have to trust where you're being led. Now they're showing me that trust in divine detours. Spirit is trying to guide you, and it's like you don't trust it. You don't trust it. Or for some of you, if this is like a reconciliation, you could have ran from this connection. But Spirit is like, no, go this way. Look at where it leads. The Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. Give me one more for the lovers. The lovers. That might literally just be the title of this reading. Trust and Divine Detours. But it's like you're just moping. The lovers. With this Five of Cups. The lovers. So many. I'll just take them. Look, oh my God. The Sun and the Queen of Swords. Like literally. Like I said, we got the King and the Queen out here. And for some of you, you know, if you're resonating as a masculine energy, you're seeing how you being this way or doing things this way or being in, you know, situations like this, the conflict that it's brought you, or, you know, just the internal, like, upheaval that it's brought you via this Five of Wands. And now, you know what, you know, like they're saying, tried and true. So like I said, this is your masculine and your feminine energy either getting on board, and, you know, you're not gonna, you know, like basically what the Seven of Swords is saying, like, don't revert back. Don't go back to this way, because it left you emotionally unhappy. You're left with the feeling of guilt, regret, you know, shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But for some of you, you're being shown a person, and I only keep feeling like like it's a reconciliation because of the Seven of Swords, meaning that you ran from it before. But whoever this is for you, they're saying the truth, the way, and the light. Not saying that they're Jesus or God, but look at this. You're on the same frequency. Look at the energy behind here, and like you're on the same frequency. And, you know, like, they're drawing me to, like, you know, we see these memes all day, but it's like, you know, and I just need to understand, wait for the relationship that you know is, you know, of God or from God. And this is what this feels like. Like, wait, you know, you wait for that. So then that way, you know, you won't, like, it'll be a higher love, which is the devil, or the lovers. I don't know why, like, the devil wanted to come through. But it may, you know, and that could be why you ran from it, because it was too intense, because the devil could be intensity. It may have been too intense for this masculine energy, so they went another way, which is fine. Like, we all, you know, are going to make our own decisions. But whichever way this masculine went, this is where they're at now. At this Five of Cups, they're in the in-between. Coming out, clarifying the Five of Cups, we have justice. Right? And you know, man, come on. You know, we got the Ace of Swords again with the Death card. And it's like, it's time for you to stop expending so much of your energy and not receiving the same in return. That's, you know, what the Six of Pentacles, it normally represents reciprocity, but in this depiction, you see he's given whatever situation this is, all that they've got. And spirit is like, no, it's time to cut that off. You don't need anymore. You don't need to see anymore. The truth is, it's very clear. Because this is like spirit stepping in as justice to bring back in balance for you. Look, and push you forward as the Six of Wands. And this Eight of Cups shows where you're headed, even though, as long as you choose it. And with the moon at the bottom, it's saying, like, there's nothing, like, if there's a fear, there's nothing to be afraid of. I wonder what that was. Give me 1 second, y'all. Yo, this Ace of Swords, it keeps coming out. And then the Fool was at the bottom. So what is where are you headed? Where is this Eight of Cups headed? Yeah. The Tower. This Tower is what's gonna push you, but where you're headed is the Tower and the Eight of Wands. For some of you, whatever this Tower is, it's getting rid of this emotional baggage of the Eight of Cups. It's like completely, it's knocking all those cups over. It's getting rid of that old water, those old emotions. And then with the Eight of Wands, again, it's a card of movement. It's a card of, moving forward. For some of you, it could, whatever this Tower is, it could, push someone to reach out to you. And, come forward. We have the Magician and the Four of Wands, because it's almost like, in a way, like this masculine energy, this is what they've manifested out of, feeling, this energy of that Five of Cups, feeling, like they're less than, or, like they weren't seeing their worth, but it wasn't that you weren't seeing it. It was just you were in a situation, person, place, or thing that, was causing you to like question it. But they manifested the Four of Wands. I don't know what this Tower is. For some of you, this Tower is what's bringing you freedom. This Tower Spirit. Yep. It's releasing you. Literally. We got the Devil and the Ten of Wands. It's releasing you from burden, heartache, stagnation, and it's bringing you right to healing. Oh my God. And the Ace of Cups. Listen, y'all, I can't. With the Ten of Pentacles, man, listen. Trust this. Trust this. Listen. Oh, I put them back. Let's get this guidance or advice. I kind of want to use the animal deck. I'm not even going to use that. What's the guidance or advice, Spirit, as it pertains to and it's funny that I just did that. Like, normally all of my decks, they come to me and, I'm like, okay, these will be good cards that'll work together. And as I, go through the reading, like I always say, I'm intuitive. So it's like those cards just didn't feel right. We need another animal spirit. And just like that is a Tower moment. That's an example of a Tower moment. It's not something so major or so grand like everybody makes it out to be, but it's, it's a change, it's a shift. It's a, you know, insight, sudden insight, which is what I feel like for most of you. But what's the guidance or advice? It makes me feel like you just have to do what's right. If it's not right, don't continue. Like, we will never know what cards would have came out, but it didn't feel right. Come on. We got the Panther spirit. Reclaim your power. Oh, look, trust the great mystery, the will spirit. So, no, wrong deck. Got this. And this is a very, the depiction of this panther is a very, it's a very, how can I say it? A very feminine energy, but she, like, I want to say she looks very masculine, because I always feel it as, feminine energy, but you can see the masculinity. And it's like, for some of you, this is, like I said, if you're a masculine, this change is happening through a feminine energy, whether it's your own, whether it's, leaving, a feminine energy and then aligning with another. It's all like, it's feminine energy here, strongly. And it's a 44, it's a master number. And that's basically what this cat spirit is too. Claim your independence, reclaim your power. So it says, Panther spirit, reclaim your power. The oracle message: it takes courage to face challenges right now. Panther spirit is here to say that you are braver than you think. Now is the time to take risk, or to take a risk and step into a different aspect of your being. Speak as you have never spoken before. Act as you have always dreamed you might have the act of courage. Love fearlessly and fully, and expect to feel the adrenaline rush as you are initiated into a new, braver, bolder self. Panther Spirit says the time for dreaming about what you want to do is giving way to that first courageous act towards reclaiming your Panther Spirit and power. Your new identity may feel strange at first, but you have what it takes and your soul wants this. Be bold. And that's like that Aries, Fool, Emperor energy. And then it says the protection message. Are you feeling shaky because you have made a bold move or have not yet seen confirmation that everything is going to work out? Or is fear holding you back? Are you afraid to act until all risk of failure has been removed? The moment when there is no risk whatsoever will never come. So follow the urging of your Panther spirit within and look your fear in the eye. Have you ever heard the famous line, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself? Stare down your fear, and it will retreat and make way for your courage to fill you head to toe. Perhaps you are afraid you can't trust the power that is rising in you, and you fear the qualities you will find within when you look deeply at why you resist the challenge before you. Every part of you, no matter how dark it is, may seem has a light quality. So be bold and face it. Own the light and make peace with your shadow. Spirit trusts you, so be brave and trust yourself. So there we go. And I want to say, maybe a couple of months ago, I want to say it was an Aries reading. And it was, I believe the title, because they're drawing me back to it, was a bold move. It was either Aries or Libra, or it could have just been for like the fire signs. So you may want to check that out. You may be a fire sign. We have everybody here. So it really doesn't matter. That's why I really don't call out the signs unless I'm guided to. But it was one of those readings I did in this, and I titled it A Bold Move, and this feels like now that move is about to be made. But as always, I thank you guys for tuning in with me. I'm going to end it here. Sending, you all out love and light. I hope everyone has, a great weekend, and I will see y'all on the next one. All right? Later.